California's Gold is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association. They're loading on board the train, and Jim, we are standing out here by the train. It's about 10 o'clock on a beautiful Saturday morning. We're in the community of Campo in East San Diego County. Tell everybody exactly what we're getting ready to do today, because this is going to be an exciting day.
Should be a great day. It's a beautiful day. We're going to go out of here at the Campo into Tecate. The Railway Museum runs this excursion once a month. We take a bunch of Americans into Tecate. They enjoy the day. I know we're going to see it there with the brewery and the lunch and the shopping, and everybody just has a great time.
Now, when you say Tecate, you mean Tecate, Mexico.
I do. I mean Tecate, Baja California, Mexico.
And when you say the railroad, what are you talking about?
Well, the San Diego and Arizona Railway. It was completed here in 1919, and so we're going right down the same tracks.
So we're going to be on a historic railroad going down historic tracks down into Mexico. How long is this trip going to take?
It's going to take about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes or so. It's 12 miles one way, and we go through the international border with Mexico in a tunnel. We'll see that, and we're going to have a lot of fun today.
Let's walk right down here, because you can kind of look. Everybody's having a good time. You can kind of feel the excitement. People really like this.
People love it. It's our most popular trip, and we're really happy to do it, and it gives us a chance to show railroad history, and it gives them a chance to see Mexico. So it's a great event.
This is an old train station.
Completed in 1916. We're rehabilitating it now with all volunteers, and we're looking hopefully in about a year and a half to have it all completed.
Well, it's 10:20 almost. The train leaves at 10:30. I have a feeling we better get on board, because this thing's packed.
And they need to get on board too.
Everybody getting ready for a big trip? Yeah! We're off to Tecate. We started on time.
That is correct. We have a tight schedule. We have another train leaving in a half an hour going up to Miller's Creek. So
you're on a tight schedule. Are you the conductor?
No, I'm only a train man or a docent, and I talk about the railroad and the train in our museum.
Now, you know a little bit about what you're talking about, don't you? How many trips like these have you been on?
I probably have been on about 40 or 50 trips like this.
Yeah. Are we going to have a good time?
We always have a good time, but we never know what to expect. So
it's a crapshoot.
Or kinda, yeah. Just make sure you get back to the train on time.
Okay, now we're coming on board one of the cars. The conductor, what are you doing? Making sure everybody's got a ticket?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, it's a long walk back.
What are you doing? Has everybody got their tickets? You better hold it up. This man will throw you off.
That's exactly right.
Well, it's usually
we do that in the middle of the tunnel down here.
It's usually a pretty good crowd of people, though.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Everybody has a fun time on this trip, Huell, and we're off to a good start today. You see a whole bunch of smiles on their faces.
Yeah,
today, so
yeah.
It's great.
Okay, our first significant landmark of the trip. We should look at our last glimpses of daylight right now, shouldn't we?
That's exactly right. Getting ready to go into a tunnel. So on this side is America. When we come out of the tunnel on the other end, we'll be in Mexico.
All right, now this tunnel was built back in
1915.
So they blasted it right out of the rock.
They did indeed, and used little tiny trains to bring all the rocks out of the tunnel.
Oh, this is great. Now, do you think we're in Mexico yet?
No, it's 40 feet on the other end, so this tunnel is almost 600 feet long. So we have to almost come out the other end before we get into Mexico.
Wow, this is a long tunnel.
Yeah, 600 feet. Can you imagine black powder blasting it out, you know?
Are we in Mexico yet?
Well, let's look for the line here, Huell. Let's see if we can see it, because there'll be
actually a line out the window.
There's actually a line out the window. Right there's the window.
So now we're in Mexico.
Now we're in Mexico.
Wow.
Can I be the first to welcome you to Mexico, sir?
Thank you.
All right.
We've arrived in Mexico.
We have indeed. Welcome to Mexico, everybody.
Yay! This must have been an engineering feat when they did this back in the early 1900s.
Huell, in 1915, before this railroad was completed, we had stagecoach lines. I mean, it would take days to get to Yuma behind horses and dusty. Can you imagine what an improvement this was by the railroad tracks? I mean, in 4 or 5 hours in the comfort of a train, you can get over to Yuma. Now, I'm not sure why anybody wants to get to Yuma, but it sure beat going by stage or horseback or walking.
From San Diego to Yuma.
Exactly.
And what's interesting about that track is that it left San Diego, went down to Tijuana.
That's right, and then came up through Tecate, and then we're going to go on this portion today, Tecate to Campo, and it went into El Centro, and then down to Mexicali, which is in Mexico again, and across to a little town called Algodones and poked out at Yuma, right at the Colorado River.
So this track, this train, when it was built in the early 1900s,
Right.
started in the United States,
Right.
went to Mexico, came back into California, went back down to Mexico, came back up to California.
Exactly. And you know what's funny is the new port they're talking about in Mexico, they're talking about reconnecting Yuma down into Mexico again. It's like what goes around comes around. It's coming back.
What are we looking at out here? This is beautiful.
It's a
out here.
beautiful, it's east of Tecate, beautiful valley, and you can see the old highway 1 in Mexico, and the new toll road up above Mexico 1, and you're looking out through the whole valley.
Now, it's how far from where we left this morning to Tecate, because we're not going on a straight line, are we?
No, you know, I bet you if the bird could fly it straight, it's probably 9 miles.
Yeah.
By train, it's 12.
Oh, look, here are the roads right over here. Here's a bridge, and you got 2 highways, the old one and the new one.
Right, the new one's the toll road in Mexico. And here we go back to a cut again. So they do these cuts and fills to kind of balance out so they don't have to move the earth so much.
Did it quickly become kind of a railroad full of lore as soon as it was built? Because it sounds so exotic, going in and out of Mexico and California.
They called it the Impossible Railroad because of all the twists and the turns and all the tunnels, and they had to get special permission to build the railroad in Mexico, and they get special permission because it was World War I for steel to build it in America. So it's a very historic railroad.
Wow. It's just beautiful coming down the tracks, looking at this. It's a very scenic route, and look over here, we call it the Big Valley.
Big Valley, Tecate.
Okay, we have arrived in Tecate. Excitement is building. What is the drill now? What's the game plan, Jim?
Well, after we arrive, we say hello to our Mexican counterpart at the Tijuana-Tecate Railway. We're met by guides from the Tecate Brewery, and people go on a tour, and they start their visit here in Tecate.
Okay, so here's the Tecate Brewery right here.
Right, and the Tecate Depot.
So you go, oh, the depot is right here.
Right.
The brewery is in perfect juxtaposition.
Does it
here.
get any closer than that?
Now
People ask, how far is it to walk? I tell them, not very far.
Now here to greet us is
Miguel.
Miguel, and who do you represent, Miguel?
I represent the Mexican part of the railroad.
The Mexican part of the railroad. I thought this was an American railroad.
Well, it's a Mexican railroad in Mexico and an American railroad in America.
So it is truly a Mexican-American or American-Mexican railroad. It's joint ownership.
And it is the only excursion train where you can go on 2 international railroads like this. The only one.
Wow. Well, we are glad to be here. I got to be really nice to this guy because we're in his country now.
Exactly.
And you're going to kind of take us around Tecate and show us what we need to see?
Yeah, sure. I'll be glad to do that for you.
All right,
guys.
and it's just kind of an open-ended thing now. People are free to do whatever they want to do.
Tour, beer garden, lunch, shopping, whatever you'd like.
Wow. All right, I think our first stop is going to be right over there. Okay, we're inside the Tecate beer plant, and our guide is, your name is?
My name is Juan Vera.
Nice to meet you, sir. You're kind of giving us the private tour. The rest of the group is coming up the stairs there. Obviously, this is where the beer is, in here.
Yes, this is the part where we start our process. This is the kitchen of the Tecate Brewery.
The kitchen. And let's talk a little bit about Tecate. Look at all the people pouring in here. Tell us a little bit about Tecate, the history of Tecate. How long has Tecate beer been around?
Okay, the Tecate Beer Company here in this city is from 1944. We have more than 60 years here in the community.
Now, did they name the town after the beer or the beer after the town?
No, it was first the town and then the beer.
Okay, and what does the word Tecate mean?
The word Tecate means the place where the water runs.
Okay, so that makes perfect sense to have beer here.
Yeah.
We're seeing a little bit of the old history of Tecate right here.
Yes, this is a kettle from 1947, one of the first kettles when the company starts here in the town.
So this is an old historic part of, you're interested in your history.
Yes, this is like a history of our company. We have also a picture, old picture from 1950s, where you can see the small town on that time.
Ah, here's the original Tecate brewery right in downtown Tecate. Are you having fun?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Have you ever been in a brewery before?
No, not at all.
Smells good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Makes you awful thirsty.
Okay, we're cutting to the chase. We're in the room where the cans are actually coming off the assembly line. Juan, how many cans of beer come off this assembly line?
Okay, these lines produce 12 ounces, 16 ounces. And of the 12 ounces cans, we produce 1,600 per minute.
Wait a minute, 1,600 cans of beer a minute?
1,600 cans per minute.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, a lot of beer.
But it's very big and open and nice in here. This is a beautiful room.
Yes, and we have also 4 or 5 more production lines.
Just like this one?
Yeah, like this one.
Well, we've caught up with our tour, or at least our tour has caught up with us. Everybody seems like they're having a good time. They're listening pretty closely. Actually, it looks like the tour guide is talking to them in a microphone. They've got on headsets, and they're listening to what he's saying through their headsets. So they're going on a very high-tech brewery tour. Okay, part of the tour is that when you get through the tour, you get a beer. And this is the high point of the tour, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the last part of the tour. When the tour ends, we just bring the people here and offer them free beer.
Now, can we just have one free beer, or can we have
just
two?
One free beer.
Not two?
No, not two. Just one.
Not three?
No, one free beer.
You're not drinking.
We already drank. We had our one bottle. We had the one bottle.
So you've already finished them down.
Already.
Well, you think you want to slip in and try to get another one?
No, thanks. I want to stay awake. I want to walk around. I want to walk around.
The town.
Right.
Because this is just the beginning of the tour. It's all about pacing, isn't it?
That's what you have to do.
Pacing.
And too many beers doesn't help.
Okay, we have left the brewery. We've hooked up with Ulysses, who's representing the
Baja California Tourism Office.
The tourism office. He's going to kind of show us around today. And the first place you brought us, I'm not sure who this person was.
Lázaro Cárdenas. He was the Mexico's president from 1936 to 1941.
And this is the opening, the way you get into this famous plaza, which is kind of the central point of Tecate, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the Tecate Central Plaza. This is where all local people gather to sell their products, and tourists come over to sell their to buy products and have lunch. This is a very good place to stay here, to spend a day. Being here, it's like being in central Mexico, even though we are 100 meters from the United States, and you feel like if you were in central Mexico because of the mariachis and everything.
So this has the feeling not of a border town, but of a town deep in Mexico.
Yes, you feel like if you were in central Mexico, like you were in Guadalajara or Puebla or someplace like 3,000 or 4,000 miles away from the border.
I love this look over here because you've got vendors all around the plaza. So there are things to buy and...
Yes, you can buy handcraft or products that they do with handcraft products. And they are very beautiful because of the colors of the central Mexico. That's very important. And you know, you can see there's a lot of tourists here.
You said that we're just 100 meters from the border?
Yes, we're 100 meters from the border.
So it's just right there.
Yeah, it's United States is 100 meters away. You can get here from downtown San Diego in 45 minutes east from Freeway 94.
What have we got going on here?
Peewee.
Peewee.
Peewee, se llama Peewee.
Ahí se llama el Peewee.
Ajá.
That's his dog.
Dice que sí, ¿qué está haciendo? Dice que sí, ¿qué está haciendo?
Ah, pues está trineando.
¿Sí?
Está trineando, sí.
¿Está entrenando?
Does he do this
¿Qué más
for
hace?
tourists?
Brinca aro, sube escalera, pero no.
¿Lo hace para atraer turistas?
Can he do that one more time for us?
Peewee, ven.
Come here, look at this. Does he do this for tourists?
No, he
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah, he's his dog. He's training his dog.
Ahí. Volteate para acá. Ahí. Ahí. Ahí.
Stay there. Stay there.
Stay there.
Ahí.
Stay there.
Now, can he put his hat on him? Oh, there he goes. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. Your name?
Miguel González.
Nice to meet you, sir. And
Yeah.
this is little Pee-wee right here,
Yeah, Peewee,
right in the plaza here in Tecate. Okay, so we've got our snow cones, which in Mexico are called
In Mexico, snow cones are named raspados. Raspados.
And I got the mango, and you got
and
the...
this is tamarindo. Those both are tropical fruits from Mexico.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
And here is the deal over here. This is where a lot of the Americans come to kind of hang out after the beer factory tour,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody just kind of... Is everybody having a good time? You having a good time?
Oh, we sure are. We're really having a great time.
Well, what are you doing? It looks to me like you're just sitting here.
No, we're getting ready to eat. We've got our menus in hand. We're ready to eat.
So you're going to order some food. hang out.
Margaritas. Yep.
This is a beautiful place, and what's nice about this, really, when you look at it, it's locals and tourists all mixed
Yes.
together here.
All mixed together.
So-
And you can ask here for a beer, Tecate beer. Or you can have your quesadillas, which are really good.
But it isn't just a tourist spot. These are locals
and
eating here too.
Yeah, tourists and locals here
So you really get a feeling
of Mexico.
of Mexico
Yes, sir.
here. Wow, look over here. There's just so much. This is such a feast for the eyes here. There's so much. Let's walk over here. Look at this. And look over here. Oh, wow. Glass. Oh, very nice. Beautiful. Now we're getting down to the serious business over here. What's going on over here, Ulysses?
These guys are playing dominoes.
Dominoes.
Yeah. Buenos días.
Buenos dias.
Tardes. ¿Cómo que están jugando, jefe?
Dominoes. Are
Yeah.
they here a lot?
¿Pasan mucho tiempo aquí jugando? All day long.
All day long. Where are you ladies going?
We're going to the bakery, Pandus.
The bakery.
Famous bakery.
Is that on your walking tour?
Yeah.
Are we going to the bakery too?
Yes, we're driving a
All
block from here.
We're all going to the bakery.
All right.
I think the bakery's somewhere over here.
18.
Okay, we are inside the bakery, the world famous bakery, and Ulysses, look, I don't even know where to start, but look at these right here. What are we looking at here?
Those are tropical fruits in Mexico.
Oh my gosh, and these are
Those are
pastries.
cheese baskets,
Oh,
pineapple baskets,
peach.
peach baskets.
Oh my gosh,
This is
look at.
1,000, like 1,000
Well, I don't know what it is, but it all looks good.
angel fingers. Angel fingers.
Angel fingers.
Yes.
Look at
It's
this.
coconuts. This is ears.
No, these are what?
Ears. Like
Ears.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but they're not really ears.
Ah, no,
they
of
just
course
look
not.
like ears.
That's what it's named here. Ears. Orejas.
Ears.
Coyote.
And what makes these so famous? What makes this place so famous?
This place is so famous. You know, a lot of people come here because the bread is so good. Even though they have business in other places, but this is the best in town of Tecate.
Why?
because of they have a secret with the recipe. But this is one of the best places in the whole state of Baja to buy bread.
Wait a minute, you're not going to eat all of that.
Oh no, gotta take it back to friends.
Look at what you've got there.
I'm eating this.
Oh, you're eating this one right here? Wow, you've got a hungry family, and they're going to be a happy family.
We already ate too.
Well, there's quite a selection. How do you even know what to get?
Well, I know what I want. Whether it's here is the.
All right, now look at this right here. What is this? Have you ever heard of this?
No idea. That is gorgeous.
What is that, Ulysses?
That's cheese with coconut.
Cheese
and coconut.
Coconut.
Cheese and coconut.
Look at these. Now, how much are these? It says $5.50.
It's 550 pesos, which is like 55 cents.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 55 cents just for the satisfaction. Come on in here of picking one of these up.
It's a really good sweet.
What is this?
This is a sweet bread with cream and coconut, covered with coconut.
So we got donuts here.
Flan. Carrot cake.
Look up here. All of this is just, I don't even know what to. Oh, here are your donuts down here. Look at this. Now these are kind of done. Those aren't all for you.
Yeah, only for me.
Where are you from?
Mexicali.
Oh, so you come down here to go to this bakery?
You have to check here to go over there.
So you get stuff here to take it home to Mexicali.
Yeah.
All we're doing on this trip is eating and drinking. Now we've left the bakery and you've brought us to this place, which is called
La Michoacana.
La
Michoacana.
Michoacana.
Yeah,
and look what we've got here. These are just amazing. What do you call these things, Ulysses? They're popsicles, but
yeah, we call paletas.
Paletas. And look at all the different. Are you the? Can he tell us the different types of?
De piña,
pineapple,
de mango, de guayaba, tamarindo, limón, guanábana, nanche.
This is
sandía.
That's watermelon.
Watermelon, and look over here. Look at this ice cream. Look at this. This is amazing. What is this over here?
Pistachio.
Pistachio. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's just everywhere. What are these?
Café.
Coffee.
Coffee.
And these are?
Vainilla.
Vanilla.
Vanilla? And what are these?
Nuts.
Nuts.
Yes.
So what makes this ice cream so special, Ulysses?
Yes, because they do with natural fruits. Natural flavor, natural fruits from Mexico, from central Mexico. It's called Michoacana because in Mexico and central Mexico there's an state named Michoacan, so it's called Michoacana.
And do they make all of this ice cream here in this
right here.
in this store? You make all of this?
Sí, aquí las elaboramos acá.
They do it right here, right in this business.
So this is fresh?
Yes, this is from.
How much is this?
Pesos mexicanos, 10 pesos o 90 centavos americanos.
Yeah, it's 10 pesos, which is 90 cents.
90 cents. Tell Manuel this is the best popsicle, the best paletas I've ever had in my life.
Dice que son de las paletas más buenas que ha probado en toda su vida.
Oh. Sí, pues es pura fruta natural. Aquí
natural fruits.
Natural fruits.
Yes, natural.
Boy, this is the best. Oh my gosh.
No chemicals, just natural fruits and water.
It tastes just like watermelon.
Yes, it's watermelon. Yeah, it's natural. That's very good.
Very good. Somehow or another you've managed to maintain the charm of this little town. It still has the charm and the flavor and the color of a small town.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of difficult because this local here, they work hard to sell their products to the tourists or go to cities such as Tijuana or Mexicali to sell their products. But most of the people living here, they come from southern Mexico, so they bring their traditions here to the border.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, I don't know. This is just an amazing place. These beautiful trees, a nice cool breeze blowing.
Yes, sir. Good
All's
food.
right with good food.
Good beer.
Good beer. All's
Well,
right with the
break.
world. Thank you for the tour.
Okay, sir. Thank
now
you very
we
much
gotta
for
go
coming.
get on the train.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming to Mexico.
They're heading back to the train.
Hopefully everybody.
The day is over. Everybody had a good time?
We had a great time, Huell.
Great time?
Fabulous.
It was worth the trip?
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous. Great beer.
Everybody had a good time?
Fantastic beer.
Get on board. Well, we're hooking up with you
All right,
again.
buddy,
We
you
hadn't
bet.
seen you all day. Here's our train.
Yep, they having a good time.
Well, this has been an absolutely amazing day. Now, this happens how often? Is this a regular thing?
Once a month we go out, right?
Wow, what an amazing idea. And not only, you know, I just remembered we didn't eat lunch. We had beer, we had popsicles, we had shaved ice.
You want me to hold you up a little?
We had a bakery, some bakery items. We haven't eaten a real lunch, but we have had the most amazing day in this most amazing place.
Isn't it a neat town? It's just wonderful. It's like real old Mexico, you know, not touristy Mexico, but just real old Mexico.
Yeah.
People are great and everybody has a great time.
And what a wonderful way to get down here and get back on this amazing old train that is such a part of. Here's the old train station right here. Here's the brewery. Here are the old train cars. All of this together makes an amazing experience.
We find people just come down here and suddenly they just relax. You know, it's just like they don't have to worry about driving home. They just enjoy the day and then they can get back to business. You know, just have a relaxing day.
And they see a little bit of the world and a little bit of the culture that's just right over our border and has somehow or another, this wonderful little town kind of kept itself low profile and off the radar screen.
Yeah,
it's
and
authentic.
it is authentic. It's authentic, real Mexico. And we love it for that purpose, and I think the people love it for that purpose.
Well, this has been a real day.
Right.
A day full of history, a day full of culture, a day full of nice people and good food. Everything has just been, we couldn't ask for a better day.
Glad you come out and enjoy
Thanks
the day
for
with us.
everything. Now we've got about an hour and 15-minute ride back up to Campo. We get to go back home
Exactly.
with these wonderful memories of our day here in Tecate on the Tecate train. Well, hello everybody. I'm Huell Howser, and I sure hope you enjoyed our day together on the Tecate train. If you'd like to go on this adventure again or share it with your family or friends, it's available on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.